Guys, it's been a long time coming, but I'm proud to announce that my hands are finally registered with the International Registry of Lethal Hands. This is the only place where your God-given gifts of danger can get the recognition that they truly deserve. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would anybody need to register their hands as lethal? Let me break it down for you. There are those among us whose hands are so downright dangerous, they need to be documented. Registration is a moral responsibility, and it's a vote for the greater good of humanity. The sole mission of the International Registry for Lethal Hands is to catalog the most formidable hands on the planet. So if you know someone, and you even suspect they possess lethal hands, do not hesitate. Register them immediately. And if you've ever looked at your own hands and thought, damn, these dogs are dangerous, don't settle. Go register. Head over to registeryourhands.com, fill out a simple form, and you're official. Remember, use the promo code Chael to save 20%, or just click on the link below. All right, so Merab. I guess he broke his toe. I guess. I mean, Merab's an interesting guy, man. Merab's an interesting guy. Merab, in his meager and small beginnings, his meager, I would imagine, impoverished, I would imagine, in his upbringings, he formed a relationship with you. But the relationship he has with you is just that of direct honesty. It's actually very similar to the one O'Malley formed with you. Here is what I do. Here's a camera, so I'm now going to let you in on what I do. And there wasn't much of a filter, right? When O'Malley pops on, he's telling Snoop how cool it is. I like beating people up and I like smoking weed. Like, he comes out and tells the world this. And the world's like, all right. That happens to be something we're interested in. Now, Merab went in a totally different direction, but it doesn't change the psychology that he just comes out and visits with you. If there's a camera going, you can release it. And he doesn't understand there's some things that the audience isn't supposed to have. See, this is part of the Merab charm. And frankly, it used to annoy me to a degree. It used to annoy me because it would worry me for him. Merab would come out with an injury report that is none of our business. And in Merab's humble mind, he believes no matter what is wrong or going on with your body, if you choose, if you are willing, if you are tough enough to compete with that potential ailment, that's the end of it. And that is where Merab is very wrong. That is not the litmus test. That is not what a commission has to go through at all. In fact, the commission will ask you that question. They will ask you, is there anything we haven't covered? Is there anything wrong with you that we haven't uncovered on our own? They will ask that. And guess where they ask that, guys? In all 50 states, guess where they ask that? Last. It is the last thing. A commission will check you from head to toe. Any reasonable ailment, they will not only check with you, they will verify through EKG, through MRI, through CAT scan. I mean, they will verify. And then at the end of it all, they will ask you, is there anything wrong? Now, when you give an answer, there's a box that's checked and there's a form that's signed, but you are signing that form under penalty of perjury. And the Athletic Commission works for the Attorney General's office at the discretion of the governor. It is not to be effed with, is what I'm trying to share with you. And so when Merab comes out with an injury report, it used to worry me because I used to think, okay, he doesn't know that they can't let him fight. He doesn't know that he needs to. If you want to tough it out, part of the tough it out process is to keep your mouth shut to the grave. That's part of it. And he doesn't know, and somebody is going to step in and they're going to grab this. I used to worry about these things, but now it's just so normal with Merab now that I don't worry about it. I don't even question it. Merab over the weekend broke his toe in a very nasty way. So the way they decide to tell this is they tell the story through photo. So the first photo you get is of a mangled, gnarly toe. And of anything that you could break, you would probably think, if I have to break something, I'll sacrifice a finger, I'll sacrifice a toe. And they hurt so bad. They hurt so bad, and you don't really realize how much you rely on in normal and daily human movement. You really don't realize how much you rely on your toes. Your big toe to keep your stability. The other toes, accompanying support. I mean, there's like a lot of things that go into this. Now, when you're a fighter from day one to the last moment of fight camp, from your last fight to a world championship like Merab is going into, your coach will tell you, stay on your toes. Get on your toes. Jump rope here. It'll help you. It'll help you to stay on your toes. Like, it is a massive part of our sport, not just daily movement. It's a massive part. So when somebody hurts their toe, like, say, Conor McGregor, there's a reason that the industry doesn't tease him. Like, I and only I came out and said that Conor with a discolored pinky toe that may or may not be his. No, nobody else said that, but the real reason they didn't do that is that's legit enough to get you out of there. You really need your toes, and you really rely on that balance and that movement for absolutely everything that you would do within the sport. So when the story gets told and it starts with a gnarly mangled toe of Merab, the photo then changes, right? And this was unlike Conor's. In Conor's discolored pinky toe, which may or may not have been broken and may or may not have even been his, he never once included a photo of himself. There's just a toe. To this day, Conor's proof is a discolored toe that may or may not be broken and may or may not be his. Merab, different. Boom, comes right up to the face. Well, Merab's face is smiling and laughing. This pain, this shooting pain, which is what a toe is, just this shooting pain through your body, has caused him to smile. And he then said in the article where he revealed this to us, he didn't know it to us, but he revealed that if he needs to, he will cut the toe off. That's how he's going to work around the athletic commission. They tell him, no, you can't fight, you have a broken toe. He's going to remove the toe, and then that way he no longer has a broken toe. Are you starting to understand the psychology here? Are you starting to understand the greats, the champions? There's something that makes them different. It just so happens we've identified what Merab's something is.